My name's Robert Scott, and we're going to look at the perfect trade setup today. As you can see, the price action is starting to move towards the outer band. We have a few resistance dots being drawn. Starting to like this setup quite a bit. Now, as you can see, the resistance dots are being drawn on the outer band. This is a great indicator that we are looking for an entry signal. Divergence has been drawn on the MACDs. We like that. We like the resistance being drawn. We like the outer band. What I typically like to do at this point is I move my mouse over to the sell market button. And I'm going to go ahead and indicate that I want a trade order. I'm not going to quite execute it yet, but I'm going to hit the button and we're going to wait and see if our last filter pops up, which is our arrow, and if it does, we're going to enter into the trade. I'm going to go ahead and enter this trade.
Order filled.
I like to move my stops up a little further to get an idea past resistance, because every now and then it'll pop up past resistance and then come back down on a great trade setup like this. But as you can see, we have some momentum down, so we're going to go ahead and put this at resistance. This is going to be an interesting one to watch and see what it does. I mean, our goal is to get as much as we can out of a trade, obviously, without losing the profits that we've made. As you can see, we're kind of hovering around this price point. It's not moving up or down. But with our middle band, the white and blue lines, they're really wanting to point stronger towards a short trade, so we're going to see what happens. Still really liking this trade. Now we're starting to see it go down. So what I typically like to do is move my targets and my stops along with the trade. So with as much movement as it's made, I'm going to move my stop to where no matter what, we are now in a profitable trade. Even if it reverses it, it will stop out at profit. Of course, the goal is to get as much profit as we can. So I like to follow these trades very closely. Our middle bands are really wide and moving strong in that short position, so we're going to try to get as much as we can. Now when it starts to move back up, because I want to get a little bit more out of this trade, I like to move my stops up back just if we get a little bit of retracement. I'm not getting stopped out too early. So I'm going to move it one more support level back, and we're going to watch it. One good indicator is to look down at your MACD area, and if the MACD is showing that we have some strong movement on that outer band of the MACD, that it's a pretty good indicator that it's going to continue going that direction. So we're going to watch this, we're going to see, and again, no matter what, we're going to be at profit even if it retraces back up to our stop line. Let's keep an eye on that. It's looking like it's going to go back up, but our MACDs have shown one green arrow so far, or excuse me, one green dot so far, and we are going to be looking to see if another green dot is drawn, and if it is, then we're going to just try to get what we can out of the trade and get out and look for the next perfect setup. So down at the MACD, if you notice, there's still only one green dot being drawn. So we're getting comfortable with it starting to move back down. So I'm going to move our our stop down to the next resistance line. We're going to start tightening up our target and our stop to try and maximize the most out of this trade. So we've drawn another couple red dots in the MACD, so we're still heading strong. So we're going to start tightening these trades up, the stops and the targets. Worst case scenario at this point is we're going to hit our original target line. Still loving the way the MACD looks. We're loving how the middle band is still moving strong short. This is really looking like it's going to hit our target line, so we can maximize this trade. We're going to tighten it up a little bit more. Again, you want to get as much as you can out of it. And it is looking like we are going to hit target. Quick movement. And we have hit target, $175. Great trade.